The moment we start losing our humanity in the sense that somebody who is in such a crisis, we're criticizing them and further pushing on them and stepping on them.
People say like, well, I want you to see things my way. I want you to change. And then they do, or they try.
They try, and then when they do, it's
and then it's just like, oh, but that's not good enough. And it's
right.
like, well, what do you want?
You know what? You shouldn't apologize for your sympathy and for your humanity. Growing up in Miami in the 80s and 90s, where did you have your birthday?
I was actually a McDonald's kid.
So was I.
I was a McDonald's kid back when McDonald's had playgrounds.
Yeah. When I was in 5th grade, my mom was like, invita a 3 o 4 a tus amiguitos y los llevo a Sizzler.
Nothing says a 5th grade birthday like a salad bar.
I know, right? Okay, you know what? I got here. You had just finished an interview. The set looked like this. And I'm like, ¿para qué cambiar todo?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're listening to us, you don't know what we're talking about, and that's okay.
But that's why you should check us out on YouTube.
But if you're watching us on YouTube, we're actually, you know what it is? Hi, this is DJ. This is Ish. Welcome to Call Us Daddy. Yeah. Which,
when you and I say that, it's
it
a
takes
very
a
different show.
It's a
very different show.
Then call her daddy.
Yeah.
You know, because the whole thing is ella está always like in sweatpants, sitting Indian style, así,
I don't think she's good.
Well, no, before we get into if she's good or not,
I don't think she's
welcome
good.
to episode 399, Puntico Puntico. Next week, hopefully, we'll celebrate our 400th episode. I mean, who's counting at this moment, right?
You know what? It's a new week of content.
It's a new week of content. It's so weird to not have a table between us.
Maybe next week we'll just start counting backwards.
We're at episode 398.
Yeah. Why not? We change the set. We'll change the numbering. You know what? Just keep it loosey-goosey.
Go back to... Oh my God! It'd be funny if we
go
back.
End the show. We're gonna count back.
If we count back, then when we get to episode like 40 something, I have to grow my hair out. I've just got a wig.
We'll just get you a wig. For some reason on IG, the algorithm is serving me a lot of wigs from Shein.
Oh my God!
But it's so weird because they have it with like the hands underneath to show that it's like lace front.
Speaking of wigs, and we hope everybody's had a great evening, a great week. Speaking of wigs, have you seen the video that went viral of the lady with the wigs on QVC?
Yes.
So for those of you who haven't seen, have you seen it, Junior? Yeah. There was this, middle-aged white whip spunky lady, in QVC selling wigs, and then she's like, "Oh, look at how fabulous my wig is!" Like it looks like you just got a great blow job.
You went to the salon and got a great blow job.
And then she's like, blow dry. And then what I love about it is that she didn't even try after that.
Stop laughing.
She turned around and did you see where she like lowered herself under the table? You didn't see that part? No, she was like, there's no way out of this.
But she embraced it.
Yeah.
She embraced it for her.
And that went viral. But you know what? We've talked about that here on the show before. Yeah. The talent that it takes to be a QVC host or an HSN host. Yeah. Do you know sometimes, because they're on streaming.
Yeah.
And it's live. Yeah, sometimes when I just want to kill time, I put it on.
I don't blame you.
Because, how long can you talk about a mug? And they will talk about it forever. And that's not scripted.
Because at least wigs, there's different lengths, different colors, different textures. You can stretch that a little bit.
You could, it could be for a night out of the town,
right?
A day with the girlfriend.
You can name all of them. This one's Daphne, right?
The Daphne.
Right. But how do you spend an hour to 2 hours talking about scarves?
But they do.
And they sell out, and then Tootie shows up,
And then the caller from Idaho. Oh my God, I love my scarf. I use it to go play to the potlucks.
I use it every time I'm gonna go play mahjong with the girls.
Yeah. What is mahjong?
I'm not really sure. I think it's like Asian dominoes, but only Asian women apparently play it. Like here in this country,
I think
older
Meghan
women,
Markle plays it.
That does not surprise any part of me at all.
I know from the Meghan Markle.
Does she show you how to make your own ficha de mahjong?
That would be something, right? So yeah. So, kids went back to school this week.
They did, but
Y ahora el tráfico.
But before we get stuck in traffic,
Let's get stuck with Junior.
I want to get stuck with Junior. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, when I get stuck with traffic, I'm going to get stuck with Junior. Actually, you know what? I think Junior would be fun to be stuck in traffic with. No?
I mean, look, I'm down being stuck in the middle of nowhere with Junior.
Yeah.
You know, he'd be fun. But, I mean, being stuck in traffic just blows.
Well, it sucks, but if I have to be stuck in traffic, I mean, I'd rather be stuck in traffic with Junior.
That is true.
A road trip would be better.
It would. Well, we love road trips.
We do.
Buc-ee's.
That's the road trip.
I know, we need to do it,
Bueno,
Junior.
yeah, you guys are still pending on your Buc-ee's road trip.
Yeah.
Dejen de anunciarlo tanto.
Culpa tuya, Junior, that we haven't done it. I just want to let
Porque
you
él
know.
estaba muerto de risa.
Hey.
Yeah. Bueno, Junior.
All right, Junior. You ready? 1, 2, go.
La ciática me tenía jodida, but I still was able to do a bunch of things. I went to the Keys and got to hang out with Randy Garcia and his sister. We hung out over there in the Keys. Hospitality by my parents. Thank you so much. We got to visit the Hernandez family, sending my love to the Hernandez family as well. And I want to wish Ish a happy birthday. It was his birthday weekend as well. So, you know, I want to hear about his weekend as well. But tranquilo y tropical this past weekend.
And that is the Junior
That's
corner.
the Junior corner.
Junior, tú estás bien handsome hoy.
Viste?
Right? I couldn't put my finger on it, but there was something a little like intriguing about
Yeah,
Junior today.
he está styling and profiling.
It's because we had a guest. So siempre when we have a guest, me quiero vestir un poco más profesional.
Okay.
Y también I had a couple doctor's appointments. Don't want to talk about it, but
okay.
we're here now. We're here now.
Como
So
dice
tranquilo.
my mom, que good looking.
Good looking.
Yeah, my
This
mom
is a
doesn't
Felipe.
say-
This is a Felipe look, by the way. I
Felipe
think
look.
this is a Felipe look.
My mom
No, because Felipe doesn't have facial hair.
Then Bruno. We're back to Bruno.
Okay,
We're back to Bruno.
My mom
Saluda, Roger! Emoción Eddie!
I'm gonna do. Roger was in Paris this past
That's
week.
right.
Pasando tremendo calor.
Really?
Did you not know about the heat wave in Paris?
No.
In Paris, it's like over 100.
Oh, mon Dieu.
And they don't have AC in Paris. And this caused a national debate on whether to have AC or not.
Sacre bleu.
Oui. C'est la vérité.
Ooh la la.
C'est
fatigué.
c'est très chaud en Paris. Oui.
Très chaud.
Très chaud. Very hot.
Oh.
Très chaud. Yeah, I'm gonna do what Junior does. I'm gonna hang out today with the Borges. No, the Hernandezes or I was hanging out with the Llanos today. Llanos and Company.
Llanos and Company. That sounds like an import-export.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Being stuck in traffic?
School. Because school starts this week.
Empezó la carrera de la escuela. You know what? I'm just gonna say something.
All I'm gonna say is I work 10 minutes away from my house, so I'm okay.
Let me just say something. As much as you hate back to school as a kid,
Right.
it's like, oh, you're going back to school after the summer.
Right.
I think back to school is even worse as a parent. I just want to say that.
In what sense?
In every sense of the word.
Give me more. We have to fill airtime.
Uniforms, lists, more lists.
Okay.
Buy stuff. There's
Remember,
the
we don't have kids.
There's the pre-list and the post list. More uniforms, supplies, rain boots,
Rain boots?
a hoe.
I'm sorry. Is Tristan going to an agricultural college? Like what
He's in an agricultural program.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that explains the rain boots and the hoe.
Una manguera. Well, that was last year. Basil.
Basil?
Yeah, for the farm. And el tráfico, the open house, ahí tú vas como un bobo.
You love an open house.
I know. You know what? I actually do not like the open house.
I don't believe you for a
I
minute.
know. Nope. I don't
believe
like
you
the
for a
open
minute.
house. I
Nope.
don't like the open house.
Esos son cuentos tuyos.
No, what I
you
like-
love an open house.
What I like is career day.
No,
But I don't do career day anymore. I did career day for 6
Right.
years, and I'm retired.
no, you love an open house. You love going somewhere and asking questions.
No, I do, but not in the open house because honestly, I just don't care anymore. My bandwidth is over. It is. By the time they reach middle school, it's like whatever. Just get through the day.
Just don't set anything on fire.
Yeah, just get through the day. Just get through the day without a phone call.
Because you, sir, you. It's so funny for a parent who you're like, I don't want to say you don't want to be involved because you like being involved in your child's education.
So we just meet. I'm so involved.
Right. But that's why I'm saying you love an open house because it's the chance for you to go and be like, hi, the English teacher. Oh, the history teacher. You love all of that networking.
What I used to be, what I've done almost every year for the English teacher, but when he was in elementary school, when I would meet the teachers, I'll be like, oh, his middle name is Atticus, right? Do you know after who? Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, which is my favorite book. One of my favorite books. And, that's one of the reasons I became an attorney. I give them the whole story and they're like, mm-hmm.
And all they said was, and whose father are you?
Yes. Which, by the way, speaking of To Kill a Mockingbird, do you know that Atticus Finch is considered the greatest literary hero in American literature?
Really?
You say this like you're surprised.
No, I mean, I'm not surprised, but no, it doesn't surprise me, but it's just like, oh, okay. I mean,
Atticus Finch was amazing.
I know, but there's a lot of characters.
Have you read To Kill a Mockingbird?
I have never, actually.
I've
never seen the movie.
Have you?
No.
Junior?
No.
To Kill a Mockingbird is one of those books that a lot of kids read it as in high school or middle school, and it's a good book. But I really think that you need to be a little older to really understand that book, because I think as you become older and you get a little bit, you have more life experience and you have a little bit more disappointment in life and just the way, unfortunately, the world can be. I think you really understand or can understand better To Kill a Mockingbird when you're older than when you're in middle school or in high school. But really, I think it's a book that everybody should read. I mean, obviously, do you know the main theme of it? That they live in the South in the 1960s, and Atticus Finch is an attorney, and he helps out somebody who's been accused of
wrongly accused
of grape.
Of a grape?
A black man
of
was
an assault.
And of a white woman.
Of the SVU nature.
Of a white woman. And basically it's the trial and the injustices that he goes through. But the story is told through the eyes of Atticus's daughter.
Scout.
So Scout, yeah. And it's just a really it's a coming of age book. And it has themes that are very difficult, but it's just beautifully written. Yeah. And
it's Harper Lee, right?
Harper Lee, and it was written in the early 60s. And it's a very beautiful book and a very beautiful message. And I think it really teaches kids, or the reader, a certain amount of selflessness, but of accountability that, I think all kids should read. But unfortunately, the book is being banned. So there goes that.
Yeah, but that book has been banned for since we were in high school.
Yeah, but now it's really being banned.
But I'm saying,
and look, I understand.
That's one of those books that's always been banned.
I understand that teaching that book in high school is a little complicated because there's a lot of the use of the N-word.
Well, but it's contextual. It's time and place. It's like reading Mark Twain.
But it's a complicated book to talk about because obviously you're not going to say that word, and even in the context of teaching
but you have
the
a
book.
Disclaimer about
But now the book is being banned now because it's too woke. So sure.
Oh yes. How awful. We're saying people wrongly accused shouldn't be wrongly accused.
Yeah. And the movie is great as well.
That's Jimmy Stewart? No.
No, it's
Jimmy Cagney.
No, I was going to say Adam Carolla.
I'm pretty sure it's not him.
It'll come to me. The movie's from 1964.
I don't remember who was in it, but I guarantee it was not Adam Carolla.
And the movie is great. Yeah. Great. So I love when people know his middle name.
1962, Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck. Yeah. When people know Tristan's middle name. Yeah. Like his pediatrician calls him Atticus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He doesn't call him by his first name. So anyway, so how is everybody? How are you?
Well, I'm doing
and your post-birthday weekend.
Yes. Well, my birthday weekend was pretty...
Fuiste a los pirata?
Well, no, because I went to Riverboat Playhouse instead.
Before or after you went to a Castillito, Malibu Grand Prix?
Well, no, that was Saturday, then Sunday.
Okay.
This is
a good topic of conversation. Growing up in Miami in the 80s and 90s, where did you have your birthday?
I was actually a McDonald's kid.
So was I.
I was a McDonald's kid back when McDonald's had playgrounds.
Yeah.
And they would do the cake and the piñata and the whole 9 yards.
I had my birthday at McDonald's several times, and I had it like.
Did you do it at the one
I did the one by my parents'
by your
house.
parents? Okay, so I did it in that one. And I did it in the one in front of Tropical Park, and I like the one in front of Tropical Park better.
I think that one had a bigger playground.
That's why I like
and
that
that had a merry-go-round inside.
Yeah.
Right. The other one in Bird Road didn't. I love the cake with the sugar thing.
Still love it. It's still available.
Yeah. No, but I think the sugar thing is different.
But you can still get like the McDonald's
So
cake.
growing up, I had my birthday in McDonald's several times. I had it in a Castillito.
I did a Castillito
In
when I was
Malibu
like 12.
Grand Prix. I did it several times there. I did it once at Los Pirata.
We never did it in Los Pirata. We never did Chuck E. Cheese.
And then
We
like
never did Riverboat Playhouse.
2 times I did it at Sizzler.
At Sizzler.
Yeah, when I was in 5th
That's
grade.
an evolution.
When I was in 5th grade, my mom was like, invita a 3 o 4 a tus amiguitos. Y yo dije, what is Sizzler?
Nothing says a 5th grade birthday like a salad bar.
I know, right?
Look at all the croutons.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think because Sizzler, and then my mom would, my parents would invite also, like a couple of my aunts and uncles, because I think Sizzler was the only like quasi affordable restaurant.
You got bang for your buck.
You got a bang for your buck, but again, for my parents and their cash flow in the 80s, Sizzler, as I always said, was the restaurant that my mom would wear the nice blouse to.
But that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it was affordable.
Yeah.
You got a lot.
Yeah.
And you didn't break the bank. you
Yeah.
know?
How about you, Junior? Where did you have your birthday parties?
Outside of the McDonald's that was already stated by both of us, all 3 of us, I did Dandy Bear.
Oh,
He's younger than us.
Yeah, he's younger than us.
I did Hot Wheels.
Oh, I did a Hot Wheels birthday.
Slash Thunder Wheels as well.
think I did
And what is the GOAT to me? Discovery Zone.
Oh, see,
Discovery
that
Zone.
is where you can see the age difference
Yes.
between us.
Yeah.
Because Discovery Zone, we would have been old enough for Discovery Zone because Discovery Zone also was for bigger kids.
But
not Dandy Bear.
No, Dandy Bear.
No.
And
Because
Discovery Zone was still
Discovery Zone was in when we were in middle school.
right, but that's middle school. Middle school's that time where
Yeah.
it could go either way.
but Discovery Zone was cool.
Yeah, but it could go either way.
But
is what
not
I mean.
Dandy
Yeah,
Bear.
yeah.
We were too old for Dandy
No,
Bear.
we were too old for Dandy Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did Hot Wheels like twice, I think.
And one year I had my birthday. Oh my gosh, this was the birthday I was looking forward to the most when I turned 7. And it was at A. Barnes Park there on Bird Road. And, my parents were cheap and they didn't have a lot of money.
They weren't cheap.
We didn't have a lot of money.
cash-strapped.
So they never rented the little casita.
Uh-huh.
They always, we used to have it raw dog outside, where the first table was, ahí
Please, no
planteábamos
one
todo.
ever say out loud that you raw dogged a children's birthday party.
No. So anyway, I was turning 7, and of course my theme was He-Man.
had a He-Man party,
And
of course.
we had all the He-Man stuff. My cake, I remember, was green like Battle Cat.
Yeah.
I had Castle Grayskull. I actually brought my Castle Grayskull and put it in the table. I had a bunch of figurines. They really blew the budget getting all my He-Man stuff. And right when everything was together and we were about to sing Happy Birthday, it started raining.
Aww.
Yeah. So that's my He-Man birthday party.
Well, but that's what happens when you call on the power of Grayskull. There's a lot of lightning.
What themes did you have?
Oof. So I had Sesame Street, Smurfs, He-Man. I want to say Transformers. I'm trying to think back because I love a theme.
Yes, you do.
I do love a theme. I may have done like I did Super Friends one year, which actually my mom still has an unopened pack of those invitations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, no one breathe on these.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
Those are vintage collector's items
100%.
now.
Oh God, I'm old enough to be vintage. Well, those were probably old by the time they got to me anyway. Yeah, those are my themes.
How about you, Junior? Something tells me you had a Power Rangers birthday.
Absolutely.
Yes, I love Power
Absolutely.
Rangers. I was too old for Power Rangers, but I love
I
them.
had a bunch of different old school Disney ones. Like my first one was a Mickey Mouse one, probably. I don't remember, but for sure, Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. That
Of course.
was big in my life.
Yeah,
as
Ninja
well, so-
Turtles was big for us too.
Yeah.
But Power Rangers, we were like
middle
at
school.
the cusp. Like one more year back and we would have been into
Yes.
Power Rangers. We were like that.
I was into it. I love Power Rangers.
But we were like,
See,
age-wise,
I was too old for Power Rangers.
We were
but
like
yeah.
that line, like like we barely missed Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like I think somebody a year younger than us already was into Power Rangers. Yeah. Which Power Ranger were you?
Zach. Black Power.
Talk to me in color.
Always.
Talk to me in color. What color was that?
Black. And I dressed up as him for several Halloweens.
Really?
Yeah, I was the Black Ranger for like 4 Halloweens.
For Halloweens. I know all about dressing the same for the same thing in Halloween.
Oh my God.
A junior from like 1995
Till
through
yesterday.
2000, I think 9. I dressed up every year as a monk.
Junior.
I'm totally not kidding.
Junior, when he went away to college and I saw that he dressed up as the monk, the first words out of my mouth were, "That thing crossed state lines."
I did. Actually, I dressed up my first year in Michigan. I dressed up as a monk, and then my second year, I got invited to like a really big Halloween party. And I think I remember you. I was on the phone with you. And you're like, "Don't go dressed as a freaking monk," because it was like a big party. So I went dressed up as a football player.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
For Darian, that's diversity.
Like Junior, the diversity of my costumes are like monk, sports. So I would take whatever jersey I had and I'd turn it into a costume. And when I mean a costume is like I would wear their jersey and the hat and be like, "Oh, I'm a baseball player."
Although my favorite of your costumes
was a weekend.
No. My favorite of your costumes, and I'm bringing it up because I do want to transition to something else, but my favorite of your costumes was when you went to our friend's birthday party as Justin Bieber.
I actually want to talk about that too.
Yeah,
by the way,
Justin Bieber, and everybody thought you were dressed as Perez Hilton.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a Halloween party a few years ago. Yeah. And I went in like a purple hoodie because I was Justin's Bieber's.
You had like the little
I
wig.
got the little swoop wig.
Yeah.
And I was like, people were like, "What are you dressed up as?" I'm like, "Guess." And they're like, "Perez Hilton." I'm like, "No, I'm dressed up as Justin Bieber." And you know what's so weird?
That it is a Justin Bieber costume.
It was. I was in really good shape at that time.
It's just that you're so tall. Like nobody's
I was in really good shape.
Bieber was like 12 at that time, and you were like 8 feet tall.
So no que estaba gordo.
Right.
And you know, people were like, "Oh, you know, Perez Hilton." I'm like, "No." Like, and people thought I was Perez Hilton. And I'm like, "Oh, sure."
Moving on. We're just going to go and
have you know what? I just want to say something really offhand. Now they said Justin Bieber before we get into Perez Hilton, which I wanted to bring up as well. Today at the office, there was a lady who was there, and she brought these little maple cookies, and I'm like, "Oh, yeto," and she was like, "Oh, I went to Canada." And I'm like, "Oh, where did you go?" And she's like, "Oh, I went to Toronto, Niagara Falls, and all that stuff." And we started chatting. She was chatting to me and a few people about it. She's like, "Oh my God, you know what I noticed when I was in Canada? They're so nice." And I'm like, "Hello?" You were in Canada.
Yeah.
You're in Canada, eh?
I mean, they literally say sorry.
Yeah. I mean, she's like, "They were so nice. Everywhere you went was so nice. Like we were walking down the street and somehow we looked lost. And people be like, 'Do you need directions?' And I'm like, and she's like, 'In New York, they would have like flipped the bird.' And I'm like, 'No, it's Canada.'
In New York, they wouldn't have even said anything. Honestly, they wouldn't have even bothered. They would just be like, 'Get out of my way.'
Yeah.
You know?
In New York, they would have been drowning and they would have been like, 'This is so inconvenient to my time.'
I'm not going to get the L.
But she's like, 'Yeah, those Canadians are so polite.' I'm like,
are. And they created poutine, you know?
I mean, what is not to love?
They gave us poutine and Pam Anderson.
And Alanis Morissette.
And Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. So
they've given us so much.
Anyway, so
shifting to something less.
Perez Hilton didn't have a good week.
He did not. Former guest on the show, Perez Hilton. For those who hadn't heard, had a mental episode. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. He was live streaming on, I believe it was TikTok. And did you see the video?
I did.
Junior, did you see the video? So I don't
recommend seeing the video.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't see it when it happened, but the next day, like everybody was talking about it, and I was like, okay, if we're gonna talk about this, probably I need to at least just see what they're talking about. I think I saw like a second and a half, and I was like, no.
I saw a few seconds.
It's impresionante.
Yeah.
It's not something that I wish to see, but essentially it's him, just covered in what looks to be scars, bloodied, with a knife. He was nude, right? I mean, and he was Baker. It's funny. I knew he had moved to Miami. I didn't know he was in Westchester.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in Westchester
I
either.
didn't know he
but
was
you know what's funny? When I saw the footage
not that far from here, actually.
from us outside the house,
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, that's Westchester, you know.
And then NBC6 put like the cross streets.
Yeah, I'm like,
and I was like, oh, no, exactly what that
West
is.
Miami. That was,
Yeah. So
that's not Kendall. That's not,
No, that's not Pinecrest.
Yeah.
No, that is Westchester.
Yeah.
And so I think he's still in the hospital under psychiatric evaluation.
It was Baker acted.
Yeah, but how long does that usually last?
Baker acts are usually 72 hours.
So it's more than that.
But then depending on what,
Okay, right.
you know,
right. What they find.
Yeah.
And you know, look, we can have many conversations about it. And I don't know what angle you were going to bring up about it, but I wanted to bring something up that bothered me with relation to his incident. So obviously it was a very public incident. And I don't know if you guys know the actor, or if you guys watch Supernatural, if you know the actor Jared Padalecki Jr. I don't know if you're a Supernatural watcher. So he was on Supernatural. It was a show on the CW for like, I don't know, 72 years. And he has in the past talked about his own mental health struggles, and he has started a foundation for mental health. So, I mean, he's somebody who's like in it. He understands the struggle, right? And when this happened, he posted something on social saying something to the effect, I don't have it, I'm not going to quote it, but something to the effect of like, wow, I'm so sorry to hear this. I hope you and your family, I hope you get the help. Right. My thoughts and prayers with your family, blah, 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 right? Well, he since took the post down.
Because of the hate he was getting over it?
Because people were giving him shit about putting that. And what bothered me is that, but then coupled with the fact that he said, I think he took it down and he released a statement afterwards, something to the effect of like, I'm sorry for posting something that, was triggering for so many and this and that and the other. And I'm just going to go on the record as saying right now, we can have a conversation about what Perez was doing back in the heyday. We can also talk about our role in consuming that content and feeding into it. Okay. We're not blameless. But here's what I will say. When you release a statement like, I'm sorry if it's triggered you, unless Jared Padalecki was personally contacted by Lindsay Lohan, Lance Bass, Britney Spears, any of those celebrities that were mercilessly attacked, no, you were not impacted by Perez Hilton's comments.
I'm glad you mentioned all that because I wanted to talk about it as well. So I, like everybody, I was very shocked and sort of, it was terrifying, the video of Perez Hilton. And, there was a lot of, as you said, there was a lot of sort of backlash from people saying that they had no sympathy for him, that they didn't care, that he deserved this. And look, we're not gonna belittle what he did. He was a guest on our show a few years back, and if you remember, we asked him. I think I asked him. I said, "What is your accountability in the sort of the bullying of Britney Spears, which you were a very large part of?" And he took accountability for it. Yeah. And it's in the interview. You could go watch that interview. He took accountability for it. And Perez Hilton had, in several years now, had sort of done a 180 on it. And he had very publicly stated that he was changing course. Now, the damage had been done. And I understand that. And you make a good point that, yes, the damage had been done, and he was pretty awful to a lot of celebrities, and he made a lot of money, but we consumed it. And he was at one point one of the, I think, most viewed blogs in the world.
Yeah, not US.
That doesn't get that big if you're not consuming it. Yeah. But I will say this. Yeah, there is a lot of baggage there and a lot of things that he did and said that were not cool then, and they're certainly unacceptable now. But at the end of the day, he did take accountability for it. He is a father. He has kids. He is a son. His mom is very much present in all his videos and all that. And he was going through a severe mental breakdown. I think the moment we start losing our humanity in the sense that somebody who is in such a crisis, we're criticizing them and further pushing on them and stepping on them, even despite what they did, I think that's really sad that we've gotten to a place as a society where somebody who's having such a mental breakdown, we're sort of, kicking them further down. Yeah. And it's not to defend him. I'm not defending him, but I think at the very least, he deserves a certain sense of humanity. He is a human being. He made a mistake. He tried to redeem himself. He had in the last few years. Again, he has kids. He has a family. So the least I think that you could do is, if you don't want to, let's say, express sympathy for him, just don't say anything at all. But again, we live in a time and age where you have to go online and say something, because if you don't say something, then did it even happen?
Yeah.
Right. But I felt terrible for him.
Same.
I felt terrible for him. I was reading that, he was in the hospital and he almost died.
Yeah. He was for like a month.
Yeah, he was
in Vegas.
He had sepsis. And I read that people that have it to the degree that he did, once they kind of come back from it, they can go through a period of like mania and panic episodes and trauma, like in terms of their mental health. Yeah. So that's clearly what was going on there. And, I hope he gets better. I hope that, he something good comes out of this in terms of the experience, makes him a better person. I cannot wish somebody in that state something bad, like so many people did.
What also bothered me about, aside from the fact that at the end of the day it's a human being, right, who's got kids, right, is so many times, right, people say like, well, I want you to see things my way. I want you to change. And then they do, or they try.
And then when they do,
and then it's just like, oh, but that's not good enough. And it's like, well, what do you want?
Well, you should have never done it to begin with.
What do you want?
Right. We all evolve. We all have a past. We've all made mistakes.
And if you're going to hold somebody accountable for the rest of their life, then why?
I've done things and said things to people that I very much regret. And I think I'm a very measured person, right?
But you're human.
I've said, but I'm human, right? And I think it's terrible. And I will say that story you just told me of that actor,
Jared. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Jared.
Jared Padalecki.
I'm sorry, Jared, but that's bullshit, because you know what? You shouldn't apologize for your sympathy and for your humanity. I'm sorry, you shouldn't. And if you don't see it if somebody else doesn't see it that way, that's on them. That's not on you.
No, 100%.
Like, you shouldn't apologize for that.
No,
so
100%.
what do you think about that, Junior?
I was reading in the comments about the Jared guy taking back what he had posted. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the comments were also saying you're not being any better in this situation by doing that. And that's kind of where I stand there too, because if you're trying to be a better person and be a bigger person in this situation, you would just be wishing somebody well and not like be retracting that. So you'd be like doubling down, and it was a weird thing. So I'm just like in a peace be with you type of thing. And I hope, I wouldn't wish anyone bad in these moments at all, or retract wishing them well previously, even prior to that. So, yeah.
And you could tell, I don't know if you had been seeing him in the last several months, you could tell that he was going through stuff because he became a devout, like born again.
Yeah. Well, when he survived the sepsis.
And he was very, very vocal about it. And usually, not always, but a lot of people that do become born again, they went through something.
Correct.
Right? They went through something. Not always, but sometimes, or a lot of times, they went through something. And that's one of the reasons he moved here. He moved back to Miami. I've never really cared for celebrity gossip, whether it's obviously not mean-spirited one, but even just like even Entertainment Tonight and Extra and all those shows, it's like I've always thought it was so like who cares? Not who cares, but it's like, why are we even reporting? Like, why are we reporting on these things? I've never cared for celebrity gossip and none of that. But yeah, I mean, that's tale as old as time. All these publications exist and have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger because we consume it.
Bottom line.
I mean, they're not printing scientific journals at that, rate.
At that rate.
I mean, and I think that people, maybe younger people don't realize how big Perez Hilton was.
They don't.
I mean, freaking Perez Hilton was on Victoria Beckham's reality show.
That's true.
You remember that?
You're right.
Do you remember what he told her?
No.
She confronted him, and he goes, "Do you want to have a cookie?" Because she was small.
She was skinny.
She was skinny.
Yeah.
So, but people like that. And do you remember that other guy, Pink is a New Blog?
Trent. Yeah.
Look, he wasn't as mean.
No, Trent was nice.
But that's what people liked at that time.
That's what we did.
Yeah, I never liked it. I never liked to see. Actually,
I like Pink is a New Blog. I liked Pink is a New Blog because he had his celebrities that he liked.
Actually, the other day, we were talking to Tristan about that because Tristan was like, "What's wrong with Britney Spears?" Right? And I tried to explain it to him, like we as parents tried to explain to him as simple as we could because
there's a lot there.
The Britney story is a lot. And, I kind of was like, well, we both said, like, she was really young and, the press was horrible with her and asked her questions that were really inappropriate. And it's funny because sometimes kids make so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling him, they asked her if she was a virgin and they asked her about sex and they asked her, about her looks and her weight and this and that. And she was like, 15 or 16, and he was like, why did anybody think that was cool to ask her that? And I'm like, oh, look at that, the child having more reasoning than a lot of adults. But you know what though, I remember in the height of the Britney thing, like for example, you, me, and a lot of people that I knew, we saw that for what it was, that they were abusing her. You know, like I was never like, oh, look at Britney going crazy. Ha ha ha. Right. Look at her. I was always like, I feel really bad for her. I feel really bad for her. Why are we celebrating this? So it's not we had, as a society, we had an epiphany. No, I think many people knew that was wrong.
But they didn't care.
Not that they didn't care.
As long as the clicks came
Not that they didn't care. No, what I'm saying is that I knew that was wrong. I mean, I couldn't stop it, but I knew that it was wrong. You knew that it was wrong. A lot of people thought it was funny. Thought that it was fun. Right. They thought that it was like, haha, look at her being a spoiled, whatever. Está loca. Look at her shaving her head. Like, who does she think she is? It's like, no, this girl is living publicly.
And going through something
very privately, very publicly. They're chasing her. They're doing all these terrible things to her. And somehow so many people think that this is okay, Yeah. So, whatever.
Well, we're going to take a break and go consume some Café La Llave. And we'll be right back.
Sure.
After 9 years of doing this podcast, there's one thing we know. Never be anything less than our authentic selves and boldly make sure our culture is always front and center. Sure, it's not always easy, but who said being authentic was easy, much less bold? Well, for over 100 years, Café La Llave has been showing us how to be bold and authentic. And let's face it, keeping your culture unapologetically alive that long takes a high level of boldness. And pero let me tell you, it's a role Café La Llave takes seriously, which is why their authentic Latin-style espresso is absolutely hecho para el gusto latino. Así que when you're being true to who you are and where you come from, of course you're enjoying un cafecito de Café La Llave. After all, it is brewed bold for the bold.
And we're back. I feel I haven't said that in a while.
You haven't, because we haven't had a sponsor for a while.
I feel that in this position that we're in, it's so much more formal. It's so much more like, hi.
It's like we're on the McLaughlin group.
I'm Barbara Walters.
Yeah, it's very...
And this is... No, we have to have the
Vaseline lens.
Yes, lens. I would say the buttery lens.
The butter... Well, similar.
Yeah.
No, but this is very like PBS talk show.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can talk about sweaty balls.
Yeah. It's like, okay, Charlie Rose, but it just wasn't like that.
Do you know that? And even in the way I'm speaking, I'm so like composed. I'm so like, well, now I know like there's this podcast I watch.
La mesa lo pone suelto.
The diary of a CEO. Yeah, they go a bunch of Sporty has been on it. A bunch of like really big people have gone on it, and the conversations are so like. So tell me about that experience for you. Well, I was sporty because I liked tracksuits. What do they call it? My sneakers?
Jumper.
My trainers. My trainers. Actually, it's funny because that was not funny. I saw on Diary of a CEO an interview with Liam, the guy from One Direction.
Yes.
And I remember watching it and saying, you know what? This guy's not on the other side.
So he's going through some stuff.
That is, and he spoke very well. It's not like he was drunk or anything in the interview. Right. He was speaking very well and he was very composed. But just in the way that he was speaking, I'm like, this guy's not on the other side yet. This guy is still battling those demons. Yeah. Still, and I don't know.
Unfortunately,
what happened?
The demons won.
Actually, I was reading and I wanted to bring this up. I'm like, sometimes there's people who do a little bit of fraud, but they're tremendo goats.
And we celebrate all of it.
We celebrate all of it. I mean, we're from Miami. The capital of OnlyFans and fraud.
Medicare fraud. I mean, come on.
I mean, if you're going to be good at two things, right?
Fraud and porn.
Fraud and porn. I mean,
you'd be surprised how often that Venn
there was
diagram
this guy. When I read the story, I was like, why do we even arrest him? Like, and this is coming from somebody who studied law. He was a flight attendant for years. Okay. So he knew how the system worked. So when he stopped being a flight attendant, he got like 5 years of free flights because he pretended to be a pilot. Because when you're a pilot, you get free flights.
Yes. Okay.
So he knew what identification to produce.
Got it. Okay.
Because he was a flight attendant.
So he knew how to.
So he knew what identification he needed to produce, and he went in his pilot, uniform. So like, hey, whatever, and he got 5 years of flights.
You know what?
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I'm just jealous. I can't do it.
I know.
Let's be honest.
You know that you would be a hell of a flight attendant.
I would.
You would.
Yeah. All right.
Because I could see you wearing the really tight flight attendant costume.
Well, I mean, if not, why bother?
Right?
What are we doing here?
I
mean, if I'm not wearing something tight while I'm giving you a Biscoff cookie, the terrorists have won.
Yeah. And you taking that little trolley.
I would be a trolley dolly.
Yeah. Yep. And I could see you really being metiéndote with the passengers, I could see you doing that.
The only thing that scares me about that, and I dated a flight attendant once, is like, what about it's like they hijacked the plane. Like, I know that's such a low probability, but with my luck, it would be like, the first day on the job, and it's
but
like,
you could be a hero.
Guess what? We're taking this to Syria. I'm
you could be a hero. I'd be like,
I don't know that I'd be heroic. In that
I'd be
moment.
like,
good thing you always carry those guns on you. Okay, so
I'd be like, really? All of you want tomato juice? Really?
And then he realized it's an entire flight full of his parents.
Really? All of you want ginger ale? You know that's a thing. The tomato juice is a thing. They've actually written about it. Do you like tomato juice on flights, Junior?
No. And also off flights.
Right.
I do not like tomato juice either.
I have never once in my life seen my parents buy a bottle of tomato juice at the house. Never. The moment those people are airborne, it's like, bring the tomato juice. Un jugo de tomate, por favor.
Hey, Chati always puts tomato juice in his beers.
Really?
When he's flying or at home?
No, at home.
Oh.
At home. Costumbre de Cuba, he says.
Really?
Because la cerveza estaba de madre in Cuba, so it needed some flavor, and they had the tomato juice. So
have you guys ever stopped?
Okay, that makes sense.
Have you guys ever stopped to think how disgusting a Clamato is? It's tomato juice with clam juice.
I mean, there's a reason I've never had it.
Why would anybody choose to drink tomato juice with clam juice?
No. I'm going to take it one step further. How did they arrive at this combination?
Oh, tomato juice. You know what will go great with this?
Like,
bring in the clams, everyone.
Yeah, what did they try first? And then they settled, well, it's better than the previous thing.
Oh.
Think about that.
I don't know, seahorse jizz?
Yeah.
This chair lo tiene suelto y sin vacuna. First raw dogging at the park, and now seahorse jizz. No.
Oh my God. Did I really say raw dogging at the park?
Yes, you did.
Can that please be the real? Listeners, what did you raw dog at the park?
Oh no, it's Miami. I don't want to know those answers.
Oh no, I know, especially at night.
Exactly, tropical park.
That's a whole other podcast.
No. That's better. Let me tell you after dark.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what my current pet peeve is though?
What?
Not raw dogging. My current pet peeve is this whole protein craze. Have you noticed? Because you're looking at me like you haven't.
Oh, I thought you were going to say peptides, but go ahead.
Se dan la mano. Okay. Have you seen the billboards all around town from Pollo Tropical?
Okay, but I want to say something. And Pollo Tropical is not a sponsor.
No.
The 77 grams of protein for the $9.99 value meal with 2 breasts of chicken, white rice, and black beans, it's a bargain.
I'm not talking about that.
I have it like twice a week.
Espérate. I had a free half chicken for my birthday meal. So yeah, I don't know.
I have it like twice a week.
But here's
Shout
the
out
thing.
to Mario Ramil that I always hear doing
Verdad.
los anuncios and
Yes.
DJ. And it's just the 2 anuncios right here
Shit,
for
it's like
their
free.
meals.
Oye, un hamburger McDonald's te cuesta $10.
Okay, no, pero espérate. I'm glad you mentioned McDonald's porque por ahí voy a aterrizar.
Dime.
So,
A flight attendant, well, there you are.
We're going to follow this through. Okay.
You would be so good. I mean, Ishmael. Putting the little life jacket con el pitico and be like, put it around your thing. Do not inflate it while in air.
The mask.
This is the buckle, and I can see you
And then
doing.
you have to do the pull
I can see you
strap.
doing something really sassy, like. You know that's your dream. And the exits are
It is
here,
now.
here, and here.
I'd be like Kylie Minogue in that song. So no, my whole thing was though, okay, so Pollo Tropical, it's chicken. We know they've got protein. Now they're literally advertising a cup of chicken as a protein cup.
Oh, I have it all the time. It's $3.99 and $6.99.
Right.
Yes.
But, right.
Because sometimes I want. Sometimes I want more than the 2 breasts.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's my point. It's like,
And you can get unlimited sauces.
it's like, stop. Okay, let's stop with the protein bullshit. Let's stop pretending that we care about protein. Because I was on the McDonald's app.
But it's a building block of life.
I was on, I was on the McDonald's app the other day, and they're literally like, when you go to order, it'll say like cheeseburger. It'll tell you how many grams of protein it has. It don't tell you any nutritional value of anything else. It's just protein, 12 grams of protein, 50 grams. I'm like, listen, if you are looking to McDonald's for your protein servings, you've lost the war already.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
that's true.
So let's stop pretending.
I mean, McDonald's can be like, the McRib is back with 27 grams of protein.
That's what I'm saying. Can we please stop
We don't know
pretending
from
that
where.
this many people care about
But Pollo
proteins?
Tropical is actually when
With
I
chicken's so different, but
no
this is
when
my-
I used to power lift and I used to do my whole macro thing. Actually, Pollo Tropical was one of my go-tos.
I don't
because it's
doubt
good
it.
and it's healthy-ish.
Okay, right. But you were doing it before it was being promoted as the answer to protein.
Well, but now people just have protein and peptides.
It's a P-squared type of meal.
Yeah. Why have anything else if you could have protein
Well,
and peptides?
but you can
and
have
be on the carnivore diet.
But that's only P-squared. If you have bean pollo, it's P-cubed.
I've told you. I have never understood carnivore diets, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The Atkins diet, the South Beach
paleo
diet, the whatever,
Yeah.
keto, whatever. I've never understood it. It's like, yes, you can have a pound of bacon, but do not have an apple because that apple will kill you. And it's like, it will ruin your glycemic no sé qué. You're this and this and this. And I'm like, dude, it's an apple.
It's an apple. Just have the one.
It's a banana.
fine. Right.
It's a banana. This
How
is
much
like literally
damage?
fried lard, bacon. But sure, like the
That's the
banana,
healthy alternative, yeah.
The blueberry is going
It's
to.
gonna make you the diabetic.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's that blueberry. I mean, it didn't end well for Violet, so why would it end well for me? So yeah,
She's the 0.01%.
yeah, of the blueberry.
And in all fairness, it was a candy. So it was not a fruit.
Well, no, it was. You're right. It wasn't a fruit. It was a whole. Actually, it was a whole dinner.
Right.
It started off with turkey
Right.
and dressing and gravy,
Right. So you see, protein
and
was
mashed
good.
potatoes,
Protein was good, you see.
and now comes dessert.
And then the minute she had carbs and sugar,
Yeah.
it was done.
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. I have a blueberry for a daughter. Where are you taking her? The juicing room. Another movie I know way too well.
You never see those children again.
No.
They're all dead.
No. I'd like to
Willy
think,
Wonka's a serial killer.
you know what's funny? I always like the optimist thing, the optimist view of things. Like, for example, I like the version of the Tres Cochinito where the wolf doesn't eat.
They just keep running to the house.
Right, they keep running to the next house
right.
because there's the version where he goes first to the hay house.
Right.
He blows it. He puffs and blows the house down. Se come cochinito. Después he goes to the wooden stick house.
Yep.
He blows it up to se come cochinito. Entonces al final, sí, el cochinito con la casa de bloque survives, but he's alone. His brothers are dead.
Yeah.
And then there's the version where they all run to each other's house.
Right.
So at the end,
And then you learn the lesson.
yes,
Right.
right. I always like that part. Again, humanity. Right. Not in Willy Wonka. Veruca Salt deserved to go down the furnace. She was a bad egg. She was a bad egg. You know listen, that girl was gonna end up some type of, I don't know, head of some type of terrorist organization.
She was gonna be like a Leona Helmsley.
Algo de eso mismo.
Yeah.
No, worse. Leona Helmsley like dogs. Veruca Salt no quería ni en la super madre.
That's why she didn't go with her on the trip.
My favorite thing she tells her dad is, I think it's when she wants. Oh, she wants everything.
Yeah.
But there's a moment where he's like, "Yes, Veruca, darling, I'll get it for you." And he's like, "Oh, you're always making things so difficult for me." I love it.
That's why he's okay that she burned.
I love it. Well, you know the whole thing about him, right? He wanted his daughter to go before him. That's what Willy Wonka says.
Wait,
you remember that part?
I know. I'm trying to remember the line.
Yeah, he goes, well, he got what he wanted. And then Charlie goes, what was that? Veruca won first. Dad, I want a golden goose. Geeses. I want a party, children and laughter, 10,000 pounds of ice cream.
That's a lot of ice cream.
And if I don't get the things that I'm after, I'm going to scream.
And she does.
I've always said this. I don't do drugs. But if I did drugs and I was high or drugged out, the boat scene in Willy Wonka would be epic.
Maybe we should do that as a Patreon. If y'all just send us money, we'll go buy acid or something.
Acid?
Yeah.
I was thinking something like a gummy. Like, I wasn't thinking acid.
Oh, no, go big or go home. If they're paying, we got to give the people what they're paying
no,
for.
imagínate, no, let's do LSD, you know,
well,
just
that's
to,
acid, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, just a little tab.
Well,
We'll put all,
I think if it's Willy Wonka, it should be some edibles, maybe some chocolate edibles or some candy type. And
some
then,
ayahuasca.
And then for like Alice in Wonderland, then you do the acid or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile,
Part two with DJ.
He knows I take like half a gummy and I'm like passed on the floor. So I'm fucking a madhouse of shit.
Oh my gosh.
With LSD.
Remember a couple of weeks ago I was telling you that I had to explain to my mom what a furry was.
Yes. Did she have follow-up questions?
No. Now, no, but I have a follow-up story related
that
to
will
that.
be the Patreon.
Now, can you imagine when I told my mom maybe 2 weeks ago, I was explaining to her what edibles were? And she's like, pero como que es como una gelatina, un caramelo. I'm like, sí, como un caramelo, like un gummy,
infused,
como una gelatina.
infused,
and she's like, pero ¿por qué la gente se comen eso? I'm like, Mom, to get high and drogarse. Ay, Darien, no me digas eso. Ay, Dios mío.
And then she turns around and she puts on one of her favorite songs.
Dude, Junior, do you know that my mom loved Pepas? The song. My mom loves that song until the day that I'm like, ¿tú sabes que es esta canción, verdad? And she's like, ¿de qué? And I'm like, it's de pastilla, de Pepas. And she's like, esto no es de eso. I'm like, he literally says empastillado.
Yeah, Pepa para la discoteca. Like, yeah, it's literally about rolling balls.
Okay, but really, that song is so good.
It is good. But
Sounds
again,
awesome.
This is just one more thing that I love that I know about your mother.
Mm-hmm. Pepa, agua para seca, todo el mundo es pastilla en la discoteca. Boom, boom. Anyway, so yeah, Willy Wonka, berries, gummies, you know.
I'm like, we should definitely have just an episode, like if I'm out sick or something, where you just bring Neri and you just explain things to her on camera.
No, the first thing I'll be like, Mamá, esto es un podcast.
And I know you've probably explained that to her
100 times.
Yeah.
My parents don't understand how we're on the radio, but we're not on the radio. Pero ustedes, el show está en el radio. So, ¿están en el radio? ¿En qué emisora? No, nosotros no estamos en una emisora. Estamos en una cadena. Pero ¿están en el radio? Sí, estamos en el radio. ¿Pero en qué emisora? ¿En qué número? No.
We're on WCCQ.
Yeah. Do your parents know what podcasting is, Junior? For real? Like...
Well, because we would shoot the 3 list from my parents' house in the studio that I had built, they kind of would see it and understand it, but not fully. I mean, it is kind of difficult to understand, like just the term podcast. And I would basically just say that we had a talk show. We had a talk show that was video and audio. and it would be broadcasted online.
Okay.
And then once that would happen, then it'd be like, so you guys have a website? Is it like your name and then .com, and you just go there, and that's the new radio stations? Radio stations are online now. Is there an app? And then, oh God, here we go. Yeah.
My favorite is trying to explain, like, okay, but how do people find you? I'm like, I have no clue. Because now we're talking about algorithms, and I'm not really sure how that works.
Yeah. Speaking of algorithms, that Texas song is still number one.
Oh, it'll be number one until we actually hit episode 400.
Yeah.
For the first time I saw anything about it, and it was because I was watching the Little League Softball World Series with Steph, and a couple of the girls that are 13 and under, their favorite song was Choosing Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the first time post Pero Let Me Tell You, because Pero Let Me Tell You's episode here with you guys was the first time that I ever heard of that song. So.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen a Little League World Series?
I'm sure I have.
That shit's no joke.
I'm sure I have, but I don't recall.
It's pretty intense.
I mean, I've lived sitting in Little League games.
I mean, listen. You watch the Scripps Spelling Bee on Saturday and the Little League World Series.
That's a lot of ambition.
That is a lot of ambition and cutthroat, and a lot of parents, having ulcers.
That's a lot of stage parents. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to go back in time and be in the spelling bee. I'm really bad at spelling because it's like they're so focused.
My favorite is when they're like, it has to use it in a sentence. I'm like, that's not going to help you. You're just buying time.
I'm like, meanwhile, most people don't know the difference between there, and there.
Yeah. So they've already won.
But that spelling bee, I mean,
it's intense.
Yeah. I mean, it spawned a movie.
Wait, what movie?
Aquila and the Bee.
Oh, that's right.
Hello.
That's right. Sorry, I was thinking of
that is such a good movie. I was thinking
of the Broadway show, the Putnam County Spelling Bee.
That's the difference between you and me. Yeah. Have you seen Aquila and the Bee?
I've heard of it, but
oh my God, it's with Keke Palmer. It was a breakthrough role.
Yeah.
And Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, he went from being Morpheus to spelling.
I think Morpheus could spell.
Well, I mean, he's Morpheus. I mean, he could do kung fu and spell. And spell.
Yeah. He's doing kung fu spelling.
Yeah.
He's like onomatopoeia.
Do you remember when I thought I was in the Matrix?
Are we sure we're not?
Junior, you don't understand. I was obsessed with the Matrix. Like obsessed. Like my screen name was Neo 15.
Yep.
Or like the Neo, like everything was Neo or the one related. I had a whole web page that I built around the theme of the Matrix. My wallpaper was Matrix. My screensaver was Matrix.
He had a framed.
I still have it.
It was a European.
It was a European release of the Matrix movie poster with all signed by all three of them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We may be in the Matrix now. No, Mira. No. I'm outside of the...
Junior's plugged into something.
No, listen. I'm outside of the Matrix because I shaved my head.
Oh.
Right?
Now, does that count if you lose your hair?
No, you got to shave it.
Oh, damn it.
You got to shave it.
I'll just stay in the Matrix.
Remember how all the hair Thomas Anderson had. And then,
I'll stay in the Matrix then. I can't afford to lose my hair.
I know Kung Fu.
That collective sigh is just like
I don't know why I laughed so much that the other day I saw something online that it was an old interview from the 90s. It was with Matt Pinfield, and he was interviewing. All three of them were sitting down. Fiona Apple, Liz Fair, and Suzanne Vega. Suzanne Vega. Yeah. And I was like, who sucked all the fun out of that room? like, geesh. Geesh.
This segment brought to you by Downers.
Yeah. Geesh.
Aw. There's no VJs anymore.
Yeah. It's funny. My kid is really discovering vinyl.
That's right.
And he's leaning towards
he loves Queen.
Like he likes actually really good music. And I'm finding that he just doesn't like pop music. Okay. Right? And I'm like, you like what you like, but do not become one of those kids who's into like alternative music and you're like, oh, because I'm so cool, because I love non-commercial music and pop music sucks. Because you don't want to be that stupid ass.
Here's the thing.
Those kids that took themselves so seriously.
All those kids now are the same ones who when they hear like NSYNC or like, oh my God, remember that song? Yeah. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Because it's like, bro, I loved me some Pearl Jam. You knew I was into all that grunge shit. Yeah. But then I would go home and listen to Mariah Carey and CNC Music Factory. Like,
I mean, who else was going to make you sweat?
I mean, and dance now.
Yeah. And then those are the things that make you go,
Yeah. Do you know what I was actually seeing? Again, all the things you learn online. Do you know what they consider to be the song that transitioned the 80s into the 90s? And I totally agree.
Okay, give me a hint in terms of genre.
You like this song.
No, but give me in terms of genre. Give me a hint.
I think they're a one-hit wonder, and it's sort of a dance song. And and I was reading like what they wrote about it, that the song is from 1990, but it officially was like the song that got you out of like we were in a new year, new decade, completely different sound. That it really was like ended the 80s and started the 90s. And I agree.
I can't think of a damn song.
Groove is in the Heart.
Okay.
Right? It makes sense.
Because it was nothing like it before and really nothing like it after, if you really think about it.
Well, but it was just very different.
That's what I mean.
And
like
then,
it just singled
and then Groove is in the Heart was like their look was very vintage.
Right. Yeah.
Right. In the 80s, they didn't really do vintage. Vintage is a 90s thing.
Yes and no, because I'm thinking back to like the first seasons of The Cosby Show. And like Denise would wear things that looked very like 20s
I'm talking
and 30s.
about music.
No, I know, but you said the look.
I'm talking about but music in the 80s, it was like the look. There weren't singers in the 80s that had, there weren't singers going around in poodle skirts in the 80s. Oh, those vintage 50s.
I feel like Tony Basil.
But in the early 90s, like there was a big like 60s
we were discovering
thing.
60s and 70s.
Yeah, and it totally made sense. I was like, yeah.
I went to a art event that Lady Miss Kier was DJing. She was dressed as a Campbell soup can.
The who?
Lady Miss Kier.
Who's that?
The singer of Delight.
Oh, her name is not Delight?
No, the band is called Delight.
Oh, okay. I thought her name was D, maybe.
No, it's Lady Miss Kier.
That's like, Duran. When I found out that his name was not Duran, that it was Simon Le Bon. That Sade is the name of the band. Did you know, Junior, that yes, her name is Sade, but Sade, as we say it, is the name of the band?
Yeah.
The first, I recently
we recently had a whole like wormhole, Junior and I, with Sade and finding out her age.
No. I was reading something and they were referring to Sade as they, and I'm like, wait,
is she non-binary now?
Is Sade non-binary? Like, I mean, you do you, boo.
Pero coño, really now?
Sade? Really? Sade? And then it's like, oh, Sade. Her name is Sade, but Sade is the name of the band. I don't know why that was such a like.
Yeah, that would shock me if Sade was non-binary. It wouldn't shock me if Linda Perry was.
From the Four Non-Blondes.
Yeah.
¿Qué canción pagarme a mi man?
It's still around. It's still knocking around.
I know. It's still holding in, though.
Yeah, it's still knocking around.
Yeah, no, I don't like that song. It's funny because one time I don't know, it came on and Tristan was like, that song is so annoying. And I'm like, I've been listening to it for 30 years and it won't go away. Yes, it is annoying.
I don't want to hear it. You've only just heard it.
Yes. You know that for some reason, actually, now that you said Linda Perry, I don't know why I get so much Linda Perry content in my algorithm. I know the whole story. I know the whole story on how she wrote Beautiful for Pink, but whatever. And then she gave it to Christina Aguilera. And then the whole, don't look at me, is when she was going to do a cut of it and she didn't want anybody to look at her. And then it's a whole Beautiful's one take.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like the demo.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why I know this.
I know why you know it.
Why?
Because we are of the generation that was set up to just consume pop-up video and behind the music. So we absorb that shit.
Do you know what else I came across my algorithm that I think I sent it to you? It was this like Black Jamaican lady coming out and she's like, artists who are Jamaican, Celine Dion. And she listed all the reasons why Celine Dion is Jamaican.
Me.
And I'm like, yeah, Celine Dion is totally Jamaican.
It is true, girlfriend. I like to go to Jamaica. I put on my dreads. I am Rastaman.
You know she is.
Oh, she is. She's just like, oh, pass the Dutchie.
We laugh, but yeah.
But this has happened.
Yeah. So is this soda time?
I think it is soda time. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, cafecito time.
Cafecito time. That's true. It is cafecito time. It's our last cafecito brought to you all by our friends at Café La Llave. Ay, Dios mío. All right. So do you want to go first?
I'll go first, but hold on. I'm reading my list of things, and as you know, my list of things is a little weird. No, mine is really small. So we shoot here at Cultura. We are in West Miami. We're on your favorite street name, Ludlam. La 67. And I was just reading today that the Winn-Dixie on Bird and 67 has been there for 66 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's turning into an Aldi.
Oh, really?
And we knew that.
Well, there's the one on Sunset that's already.
We knew that that Winn-Dixies were turning into Aldis, and I got to tell you that I like Aldi, but the Winn-Dixie and Aldi thing is it's a different experience.
100%. Yeah.
The Winn-Dixie by my parents' house is actually kind of kick-ass, and I'm gonna miss it. But it has a huge.
Are they turning that gigantic thing into?
They're
an Aldi?
turning it into an Aldi.
But that's going to be.
They
an
had
Aldi
said that
megastore.
wasn't gonna be an Aldi, but it is, and that
Because that's not a fresco.
no, it's a Winn-Dixie.
No, that's why, because frescos are staying frescos.
Right. No, it's a Winn-Dixie. And that Winn-Dixie, like the hot food area of that Winn-Dixie looks like Whole Foods.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they're going to lose that now. That's such a
what
shame.
I'm saying. Like, it's such a big space. Are they going to, well, I guess.
It'll be an Aldi Plus,
I guess.
you know? But anyway, I was like, it's sad to see it go. A supermarket that's been there 66 years. Wow. Winn-Dixie, the beef people.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Winn-Dixie and La 67 Bird Road. 66 years of the beef people.
Oh. And look, see, just as regarding as a protein.
You can get protein at Winn-Dixie while you can.
While you can. Get it while you can. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, so my last cafecito is going to go to somebody who's actually just here. And you can hear her episode coming up in a few days. It's a local comedian and one of our favorite girls, Brittany Brave. She, I hung out with her basically for like an hour, interviewed her, and it's just always a good time. And she's one of these people who, she's going through some stuff now, and I'm going to tease it out so you actually watch the episode. But she, as a comedian, it's just fantastic to see her like just, you know what, even when you're going through some shit, you got to just stay focused and keep, plugging away. And she's living in New York. She's here in Miami. She's just never lost that focus. And she's just such a genuinely funny person. Like, she's just herself. And so keep an eye out. The episode is dropping soon in anticipation of her show coming up at the Miami Improv on August 20th. So if you want to go see her, and you should.
I think she has one of the sort of greatest qualities that a person can have, and not a lot of people have that because it's hard, that she could turn tragedy into comedy.
100%.
Because she's always been very open about her history of being a domestic abuse survivor. And I'm sure that's something that scarred her. Well, she's spoken very openly about it, and the fact that she was able to turn that into comedy. That's
why she started.
And not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. And it's obviously she's hilarious, but it's sort of interesting to watch that evolution. So
100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brittany Brave, you get.
So next week we may have a 400th episode.
That
may not.
That is the goal right now.
We may not.
That is the objective.
It'll be $3.99. I puntico. Ahorita will be at $3.99 B4 puntico V. Didn't you feel as a kid accomplished when you would understand Roman numerals?
Yeah.
Because I could read Roman numerals. I would feel so accomplished at the end of a show, because remember in shows in the 80s and 90s, at the end it wouldn't say, it was in Roman numerals. For some reason, it was in Roman numerals.
Why did we all just decide this is what we're going to do?
It was in Roman numerals. And I'd be like, yeah, it's 1988.
Yeah, I was never that quick.
Oh, no, I'm good. Like when I go to Rome or whatever, I'm like, oh, mira, it says, whatever.
You can tell time on old clocks.
Yes. Well, no. Yes, but I will confess to something.
Okay.
I had a Movado just for looks, and I'll keep it at that. You know what that is, right?
Yes.
Que no tiene número.
Exactly.
I was like, ay, porque tú tienes que pasar tanto trabajo to read time.
Be like, I don't know. It's about.
Because, you know, it doesn't matter how good you are in time. Cuando son, tú sabes, las 5 menos 20, you're not sure si son las 5 o las 6.
That's
So,
true.
you know.
That's true. That's true. Especially
Las 5 menos 20. Las 5
is
menos 20, also known as 4:40.
4:40. That's true. Yeah, and then how do you call Juan Luis Guerra? You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. Maybe, you missed the window.
Ojalá que llueva café en el campo. Okay, bueno. Yeah. We hope you listen.
Before we are sending I totally forgot about this, but we know the earthquake in Colombia.
Yes. Oh my God, it was horrible.
It was.
What is up with the tectonic plates?
Yeah, like calm down, tectonic plates.
Yes.
We
calm
get it.
down.
Calm down.
Yes, you
Calm down.
proved what you needed to prove.
Yeah, we're done. You
Yeah.
can take a break. But yeah, so I'm sure there's a lot of resources out there. Sorry, I didn't really think this one through clearly because I'm pulling it out at the last minute. But go online, check. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm just gonna refer people to Shakira. Because she is the most representative Colombian, Shakira, Sofia Vergara. I'm sure their
Maluma,
socials, well,
baby.
Okay, Maluma. I'm sure their socials will direct you to organizations that actually are making a difference and are legitimate. So they're out there, but like similar to what we did with Venezuela. If you can, I'm sure there's a lot of things that they're still not sure what they do or do not need. That information.
They've said they need what they need the most is money.
Money, really? Okay, so
So
just keep an eye out for that.
Well, everybody, we hope you listen, laughed, and learn. As remember to always grab your pastelito, your croqueta, and your cafecito la llave.
Yes.
And we hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you all next week. Maybe for our 400th episode, maybe not. So have a great week, everyone.
Bye.